congratulate North Carolina. I thought they played very well tonight. And we struggled. We guarded them okay for the first 10 minutes. Had some breakdowns on some things that we should be better with, but obviously our offense was a problem. They guarded our ball screening very well. We didn't make any shots early, and that just put so much pressure on you as a team. Obviously, their shot blockers around the rim. You know, they're a factor. It's hard. We had trouble getting the ball inside. I thought they did a great job of pressuring some passers and getting some deflections early, keeping the ball out of the post when we were trying to find Landry. You know, our motion was a little better in the second half. We ran some more motion and got away from some ball screening at times just to think we'd get more movement, but by that point, North Carolina was just playing too well. And, you know, disappointed. I thought we would play much better than we played tonight.
Question?
Anything you attribute to slow start, the poor shooting in the first half, nerves or
No,
defense?
I'm sure there was some nerves involved, and I think some of it is North Carolina's defense is very good. I mean, they're long and their closeouts are quick, and you know, we had some open shots too. I mean, we haven't shot the ball very well this year. I think we're a better shooting team than our stats show, but you know, Dante Grantham I know is better than 1 for 7, but you know, there's a lot of games when it's 1 for 5, and he's got to be better than that. And you know, it's not obviously just Dante. I mean, Marcus made some shots tonight, but we got to have multiple guys making shots. There are some open shots there that you got to make, and when you don't make any baskets for a long period of time, it really becomes deflating to your defense. Your defense just wears down. It's like, you know, 5 straight 3-and-outs. I mean, after a while, your offense is 3-and-out 5 times in a row. The defense isn't too excited about going back out there, and I think that happens to our team this year in several occasions where we've struggled, and then it becomes a snowball that just rolls downhill on us.
With the 4-game stretch coming up, how do you pick your guys up?
Not worried about it. You know, we have to get better. I mean, I don't even care who we play next or where we play or when we play. To be honest with you, we have to play better. We have to be tougher minded. We have to be tougher physically. You know, we didn't rotate and rebound very well. I thought they drove it and got to places. Our bigs would help, and our guards didn't do a good job of rotating the second or third rotation to block out. We have to work on that. We've got things we just have to get better at, and before we need to worry about who we play or what's next.
Did you see anything in the second half you can build on?
We were okay. I mean, the one good thing in the game is we only turned it over 8 times. You know, against a team that's long and athletic and pressuring you a lot, we only turned it over 8 times. It felt more than that, but you know, that's because you never make a basket. So that was a reasonable positive in this game.
Were you surprised at how effective they were in the half court, not needing their transition?
Yeah, a little bit. I thought they, you know, we helped them with a couple plays that they got lobs on that we should be better at defensively. They did make a couple opportunistic threes. Page, Justin Jackson, I think, made one early. But you know, they're a good team. They're very big and strong, and they played with good pace tonight. Like their cutting and movement was good. And when you get off to a good start, it's easy to be that way. It's easier to be confident. The basket looks big. You made a couple shots. You're up by 15. I mean, it's easier to play like that. And to their credit, they did, and they stayed focused and kept us at bay, and we never could make a decent run.
Landry hasn't looked like himself in a few games. Is it a confidence thing, or what does he need to do to get
You know, I don't
going
know.
again?
I think he struggled just a little bit against Robert Morris with a smaller guy, just feeling him and, you know, getting positioning tonight. I think it was a combination of us not being able to get him the ball because of their defense and their pressuring our passers, and him just not getting in a position where he can get it all the time, and obviously playing against good players. You know, he's obviously has to perform better than he did for us to be a good team, and he knows that.
We concerned at all about the way they sort of manhandled you underneath on the boards, particularly on offensive end?
Yeah, the second half they doubled us up. That was, you know, it wasn't quite as bad in the first half, and early in the game we were fine, but you know, I thought and some of that's because of penetration and being in rotation, and when you're in rotation, you know, you've got smaller guys blocking out bigger guys. And we have to do a better job of you know, looking at that and deciding if that's the right way to do it.
Rod gives you 4 shots in 20 minutes. I know he's more
Yeah,
passive
he
as a
didn't play
person,
well.
but
He didn't play well. Now he's not gonna. Probably wasn't a game where he's going to shoot 10 or 12 times. I mean, there are certain games that'll happen, but I don't think he had one of his better games. He just, you know, I didn't think his decision making in the first half was very good. I thought we had some more open guys in some situations where he made poor decisions, and you know, he has to play better.
is that part of the reason why your offense kind of stagnated, or is it more?
A little bit, and a little bit. We went to some ball screening, and when you ball screen, you're never going to be as there's not going to be as much movement. Right? You watch the NBA, you watch any basketball. When there's ball screening, you're going to be spread out more, and it's going to be more isolation, and you play out of space. You know, in hindsight, that didn't work very well. You know, and we were trying to do that on some misses, but it didn't. You know, we were hoping to roll Landry in there after their ball screen and their hedginess and move the ball and then get it into him, but we couldn't get to that point. And again, I think their defense was pretty good because of it. I think they, you know, again, I think some of this we got to give North Carolina credit. They're a good defensive team and they were inspired, and that was a pretty good performance by them.